Graduation, finding the right fit for college, just a couple of things high school seniors look forward to while getting ready to be on their own. Well, look no further. Delta State University Housing and Residence Life wants to answer any concerns you may have when trying to find the right place to call your new home. Whether it's finding the right roommate or the right residence hall, let the friendly and knowledgeable staff in the Delta State Housing and Residence Life office answer your questions. Phone them at 662-846-4151 or by following Housing and Residence Life in the quick links at www.deltastate.edu. Delta State University. Join it. Stand out.
And welcome back to the Statesman Insider right here on WXVT. Jimmy Smith along with head coach Ron Roberts, fresh off of the three-point loss for the Statesmen, 38-35. Coach, I don't want to do this any more than you don't want to right now, but this is the first time the Statesmen have lost. Just being blunt and up front, the first time the Statesmen lost to Harding. One tie in the record. We were 10-0-1 coming into this one. Senior day, homecoming, the worst-case scenario.
Yeah, well, I think the game was lost in the first half. Came out, made a tremendous amount of mistakes and errors and blue coverages and assignments and blocking, you name it. I don't know for whatever reason we did that. That's obviously the thing we got to get figured out. We've kind of, we've made mistakes and we haven't played real well. But bad first half. I was pleased with how we responded in the second half. But again, you dug yourself a huge hole and try to dig yourself out of it. It's not always going to work.
It went down very quickly. They were quick scores. I mean, Josh Powell had 3 completions in the first half. All of them were touchdowns. He had a 44-yarder to Kurt Adams. That first touchdown just left wide open. Yeah. It seemed like we were king on the run, but Powell and Harding figured out that they could also get rid of the ball deep.
Yeah, we had some blown coverages. We had guys that did the wrong thing, guys assigned to it, and again, they're not doing their job, not doing their assignment, and it's obviously becomes a bigger issue when you're facing an option team, option attack. But it's every week things. You got to be able to play assignment football. You got to be able to take care of your job, and we did not do that. We had several blown assignments, and then turns into touchdowns.
It seemed like, especially in the third quarter, obviously after a rip-roaring talk at halftime, which will probably go up there with the UAM talk that you've had, Statesmen came out firing, and it was the defense that really answered. Got to stop early. Obviously, they took the football at the kickoff. We got to stop. It seemed like the option, especially the pitch, we were able to key on a little bit better. There was one tackle that really stands out to me where Bill Hawkins stayed home on an end around and a pitch that developed, and we just started to sit down on the pitch instead of going after the ball carrier all the time.
Yeah, we started to play assignment football and do our job and do the things we've been working on doing the week. It's nice to see when you do those things. Obviously, you're going to like the result. And, we did that for the majority part of the second half. And, again, I thought we played well in the second half. And then, obviously, there was a couple of busts there on the last drive. But there was times we showed some bright spots. But for the most part, we dug ourselves our own hole, and we were our own worst enemy tonight.
Staying on the defense before we switch to the offense, individual performances tonight, obviously it's hard to key on those, but still some great performances from Garrett Williams, 14 tackles on his senior night. Joe Marshall, Jr., he had 10 tackles, a sack, and half a tackle for a loss. Those guys, especially Joe in the second half, keying the up-front attack, and Garrett Williams coming in from the edges to stop the run. Those guys had great individual efforts on the defensive side.
Well, that's great to see. Obviously those guys, especially Joe coming off an injury, had limited time throughout the week, and had a lot of mental reps, but didn't get a lot of physical reps on the field, seeing the option stuff. But it was good to see him come on and play so well. And Garrett Williams has done an outstanding job all season. These guys we've been able to count on week in, week out that he's going to play the game the way it's intended to be played.
Now, Trevar Deed, he ends up going over 2,000 yards rushing for his career as we switch over to the offensive side of the football. You outgain Harding by 30 yards in almost 25 fewer plays. So the big play was there. The running game was there. It was mostly Trevar Deed. A lot of tough running for him, but he goes over 2,000 yards on his career. He did it on that 12-yard touchdown run where I believe he looked over to the sideline and did a fork motion to give me the football, and he got the football on the carry and ends up going over 2,000, a score that kind of keyed the comeback, and then, of course, we end up falling short.
Yeah. Again, there were some bright spots. I thought offensively there were some, things that we did. We go down there in the third quarter. I thought we had a great third quarter. We're going fourth. We're scoring points. We're moving the football. You go back to, there's just a couple times of crucial things you got to get done. When you get the ball down, the last part of the game we did not handle very well. I think when you get the ball with 4 minutes to go and we got a chance to ice this game, and all we need is one first down. Okay, we don't get it, and then you turn around, and all we need is one stop here on the thing when we get the ball on defense. We just need to get off the field, and we get them in third and whatever it was, 27, and we let them convert. That's we got them third and a long yardage, and we let them convert, and gee, we had our chances to get off the field nice this game. This thing could have been done early.
Now, they were 7 of 19 on third down and 4 of 5 on fourth down. 2 conversions in the final drive. How debilitating are those, especially in a game where we had it locked up?
Yeah, those were some simple things. They got them short yard, and quarterback sneaked it a couple times, got us on it, and we had the huge one there right before the second to last drive. Get the big stop on the quarterback sneak there on the fourth down, but. It's consistency. That's the whole thing. I think it's consistency. We've got to be more consistent. You can't put yourself in a situation like that. It's not those drives that maybe those last 2 drives at the end of the ball game. That's not what really did it. You go back through this. It's the first 7 or 8 drives in the first half that put us in the hole that lost the ball game.
What's to be learned from something like this? West Georgia, up-and-coming football team. We head there to Carrollton, obviously October 28th. It hasn't lost its luster because the Big Three have all lost a football game now, but still very important. Washita Baptist can jump up and bite you. Lambeth has been a giant killer. What do we pull from this loss at this part of the season?
Well, hopefully, I don't know, we've squeaked by some people and, gotten some close ones and, seemed like got away with the W and didn't play real well. And I don't know. We've been on about you cannot continue to do that. We gotta be able to make some improvement in our mental mistakes and the errors and things. And we did a little bit of that on the penalties tonight. Yeah, we cut that down. But again, I think it limited. We didn't play very fast either in the first half. We played like we were in slow motion. And I think the only thing you learn from is that we've been preaching from the get-go. Every week in the GSC, you don't bring your A game, you're fixing to get cut. And anybody in this conference can beat you on any given night. And we've been preaching it, but I don't know. But obviously now, reality better set in that it can happen. So, we've got some several games here to go, and we need to come out and play well, and hopefully it'll light a fire. Because now we're in a situation where you lose again, and we'll be sitting home.
Absolutely, the A+ game will be needed. Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Head coach Ron Roberts. Statesmen fall to Harding tonight, 38-35. When we come back, Trevar Deed and LJ Castile as we round out the Statesman Insider right here on WXVT.
Welcome back to the Statesman Insider right here on WXVT. We're here with Trevar Deed. You guys didn't get the outcome you want, 38-35. Tough loss here at home.
Yeah, pretty tough. Hard pill to swallow. Yeah, it hurts right now.
Now, even though you lose here, you go over 2,000 yards rushing in your career. I mean, it's bittersweet kind of.
Yeah, but at the same time, it don't feel that good because we lost, what I'm saying? So, but I appreciate going over 2,000 yards. It's hard work, but it still hurts because we lost today.
Absolutely hurt. Is this like a wake-up call going into more GSC games? How do you feel after a game like this? I mean, I know it hurts, but.
Well, I think right now it's just going to bring a team together. It's going to show us that we have to come out and play because you never know who's going to come out here and play against us. Who's going to play hard. So it's just a wake-up call, and we need to play ball all day, every day.
Now, when you guys are down big going into half, you guys really fought to come back. I mean, did you felt like you were going to win it going in after that?
Yeah, be honest with you, yeah. After coming back, after being down, whatever the score was, we came back a whole lot and hold them, and then we lose the game. That hurts. Yeah, of course we thought we was going to win the game, yes.
And that'll wrap it up with Trevar Deed. We'll go to Jimmy Smith, who's with LJ Castile.
Thanks, Kobe. Here with senior wide receiver LJ Castile and celebrating your senior day. This is just your first year at Delta State, but it was still a special day because your senior year of football, whether it's with us or with whoever, but that's a sad feeling. That's a really, really low feeling after losing to a team that we have not lost to ever in Harding, and that kind of knocks us back down a couple after the win for Valdosta over North Alabama, a chance for us to really flex our muscles and step on top of the GSC. How deflated of a feeling is that?
It's just really motivation, man. We just got to work harder and don't take nobody for granted, I think it's going to really boost us up in practice, and come next Thursday or Saturday, we're going to be ready.
Yeah, what are the positives as we head into West Georgia on our trip to Carrollton this upcoming weekend, and then into North Alabama, Ouachita Baptist, Lambeth, throughout the rest of the season? What are the positives that you as a leader you pull from this type of outcome?
I feel like us taking this loss right here is going to bring us closer and make us more hungry. I mean, that's the best I can get out of it right now. And going in the locker room, hearing my team talk, I mean, they are hurt, but I know they are hungry, though. They are hungry.
Now, you were a pretty big part of the comeback here at halftime. It was one of the worst feelings, 31-13. What was said? What did you say? What was done at halftime to kind of revamp it? It looked like Arkansas Monticello all over again.
Yeah, I mean, we just went in and everybody just thought about what they had to do, man. We knew we wasn't really down. We just had to put it all together, and every man had to step up and put it on their own shoulders and carry the team.
Now, it seemed like the secondary from Harding was exceptionally good tonight. Obviously, the receivers did get theirs. Chance Dennis went down with an injury there earlier in the first half. He had his 2 catches for 64 yards, still very good for him. But it seemed like the wide receivers, you had 2 scores, but were held in check in terms of catches. They lost the GSC leader in interceptions from last year, did Harding. This year is kind of by committee, but they really held us in check.
I mean, they played a real good game. I mean, nothing we haven't seen before. But like I said, it's going to make us play a little harder come next week.
Now, with the triple option in the defense, I know you can't speak because you were out there making tackles, but what was some of the thoughts from the defensive guys about how the triple option was wearing us down? They had the ball for almost 38 minutes. Those guys were tired on our defensive line.
I mean, the defense was a little wore down. You know, they kept holding on to the ball, but I mean, just come down to assignments, man. The best team that can do that will win, and that's the case tonight.
Well, we got to learn from this one. You cannot look down at any opponent. West Georgia will be the opponent next Saturday. That is an up-and-coming program, a great facility that's recruiting quite well. What's the MO for this next upcoming week as we prepare for West Georgia?
I mean, if it was up to me, it'll be just worry about us, man. If you worry about us, can't nobody stop us, you know?
Only we can win games, only we can lose games, right?
Exactly.
That's what the Statesmen say. That's what LJ Castile says. The Statesmen lose it to Harding 38-35 here on Senior Day and Homecoming of 2010. That's going to do it for us. A big thank you to LJ Castile, Trevar Deed, head coach Ron Roberts, to Daniel Murray and the swimming and diving teams, Dr. Rose Strahan, and Ronnie Myers for joining us earlier in the show from the awards gala. That's going to do it. For Kobe Rich, I'm Jimmy Smith, and thanks for watching the Statesman Insider right here on WXVT.